Hello everybody, today we're at Margarette or Margarette Falls, however you want to say it, it doesn't really matter. We did this one last year and we're going to do it again.
Yeah, this is in Greeneville, Tennessee. For those that's been here, you know. For those that haven't, it's hard finding your way back here. Thank God for GPS, but even then it's kind of weird and wonky.
Yeah.
Parking lot is, there's 2 cars here today. Not bad parking. It's all gravel and rocky, but still, you know, you're hiking. It's not like you're going to the store or something. First part of this trail starts out real easy, and then it gets just more difficult as you go. We'll try to get you some video to show you what it's like if you want to come and try it sometime, and you can just see what it's like.
Okay.
So anyway, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. See y'all.
Okay.
Okay, the first good part of the trail is pretty much like this, gradually uphill, different sized gravel. And it's kind of pretty easy for a while, and you think really it's nothing, and then you get to a point where it suddenly is quite a bit more, especially if you're a beginner. Again, if you're an experienced hiker, you know what we got here. It'll be nothing for you guys, but those that's just starting out, always gets a good walking stick or a pair of walking poles like Deanne has. You really never know about your balance.
I definitely suggest getting 2, not just 1.
I carry the one. Of course, one's a big, heavy wooden stick in case I have to use it for other purposes. Yeah. At the end, she's done really good with her walking poles. Found them on Amazon for like $30 or something.
Yeah.
So,
like that.
yeah. Anyway. Well, it's been 8 minutes so far. And all it is so far we're finally coming to a curve. Just one long gravel uphill, mostly straight one. It's still real easy, just uphill.
Yeah.
Starting to finally hear some water running in some creeks. That's always a good sign. Because at first, this is a waterfall trail. If you're new to these things, you'll start on the trail where's the waterfall. Once you get to it, you may not hear water for a long time. Okay, we've come finally past the first part of the trail, and that took us almost 12 minutes, not quite. This is where you get to the sign, the first sign.
I can see it.
Yeah. And you can go left here, but I'm really not sure where it is. The creek's over to the left, but it's a trail to something. But where we're going, is
yeah, we're not going that way.
Well, there's a sign over here, and we go right.
Yeah.
And this is where the trail starts getting a little bit less pleasant.
Yeah. No more single file.
Yeah. Well, no more double file.
Yeah.
Will be single file.
Yeah.
And it starts going up, and then we'll get wonky, and there'll be some, wonky's my word, I think.
Yeah.
There'll be at least one creek crossing, if I remember right, and there's a bridge.
Looks like there's a little bit of runoff right there to worry about.
Yeah.
But
So we got our trail water resistant, not waterproof, water resistant trail shoes on.
yeah.
Okay. We've been going about 21 minutes, and it's been steadily getting worse if you want to sweep around and get that. Again, this is more for beginners talking, because you experienced hikers, there's nothing new to you guys. Also, so last year we did this in June. It was really hot outside, very muggy, humid. Air was very hard to breathe here. Followed by the very next week, we did our next hike at Carver's Gap. It's just a whole different hike up there. The air is crisp, it's clean. Today the temperature was in the high 50s when we got here.
Mm-hmm.
It is still muggy,
Yes.
humid, nasty, sticky, hard to breathe in here. I guess with all the vegetation and pollen and everything that's in the air.
Yeah.
But anyway, the trail is now, if you can see it good, it's really starting to go uphill.
And get narrow.
Narrower, and you could fall off really good. So again, if you're a beginner, be careful. Have good walking poles and good shoes.
Well, we just got to the bridge. It's not too long, the bridge. I'm getting some video up there. We got little tiny runoffs right here. And right here's the path that we just come up. It's narrow. Roots and rocks. Okay, here's the next part of the little path. It's even more narrow, rocky as it can be.
Look, Deanne, more rocks to climb.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, here's our creek crossing, followed by more uphill and more rocks. I'm sure I remember that there's more rocks. Try not to fall in. I'm here to tell you guys this is fun, but her trekking poles there, or hiking poles, where they call them, those things are invaluable. Of course, she's going to stand there in the middle of the creek and get video, so that's a good place to get it. The other thing to let you guys in on, I've lived in Northeast Tennessee my whole life, been all over Southwest Virginia, and now Eastern North Carolina, Kentucky, everywhere. I've seen a lot of views, a lot of everything, creeks, rivers, waterfalls, mountains. I don't think I've seen anywhere that is as green as this is. Of course, this is Greene County. I have kind of figured out why they call it that. If she gets all this up together in one of the raw footage videos, it's astoundingly green.
It's a little steeper than it looks.
More rocks, Dean. Yay. That boy got the balance he used to have. Okay, everybody. You can see Deanne way back there in the background. Like an idiot, I decided I was going to get closer to the falls, and I am right under the things. And I crossed the creek at a stupid place, which I'm fine. But I did slip and fall and hit my rear end, which, you know, thank God I had extra padding back there. But I'm a lot closer than I wanted to be. Dan got a good laugh out of me falling, which, you know, I did too. But the falls are worth it. You know, if you really want to cross all these crazy rocks and everything and risk everything else. Again, once you get the raw footage video put up for everybody, it's great. Video does not do these things justice wherever we're going. Just being there in person is so much better. Y'all should really give this a try when you can. It's just dynamite what God's given us and everything. See y'all.
Okay, we just got back from doing the hike. It's 45 minutes, kind of each way.
Thereabouts.
Roughly.
Even though because that's an hour and a half, and we took a lot of video.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, some spots here and there that was kind of rougher to get over.
Yeah.
And plus getting in position for the video and slipping and getting wet once in the creek, which did not make it on video. That was me. I got 1 foot wet, so I've had 1 foot wet along the way back and 1 dry. That's really fun. Stupid.
Yeah, I've had that before.
And getting out there where that happened, I did slip, and thank God for the extra padding on my rear end. That didn't make video either.
No.
But you'll do crazy things for the shots. Since, again, we're making most of these for beginners point of view because that's what we are. We may do a video on just basic advice on that. Be careful on these trails. We did see our first bear a couple of days ago in Gatlinburg. It was a small bear, but it was still a bear.
Yeah.
We have yet to see any snakes. Well, we saw a garter snake. That doesn't really count.
No.
We've not seen any venomous snakes, but we know that they're there. These trails, especially, you know, Tennessee has timber rattlers, copperheads, and other different snakes. Got a problem with snakes. Just be aware where you're at, what you're doing.
Seen frogs, like
A lot of frogs.
this time, which is odd.
Yeah, a lot of mosquitoes, which is
Like almost stepping on them.
Yeah, and let's see. Your footwear is very important. We may do a comparison on footwear, what is good, what is bad. We're wearing for these hikes Ultra, what are they, Lone Stars or something, whatever they are, I don't know. They're very flexible and water resistant, not waterproof.
They're thin, so if you hit a pointy rock, you'll feel it.
You feel the rocks really hitting your feet bad.
Yeah.
But you can feel where you're stepping, your foot can conform to the surface. We've got other style that's more rugged, more, you know, like hiking, well, I don't know what you'd call them, hiking boots.
I guess.
Those are better for feet protection, but you can't feel the trail beneath your feet at all. It's very rigid and rugged, but probably more stability around your ankle. Comparing, this is one of our harder hikes for us that we've done so far. This one and the Laurel Falls in Hampton. This one's about 2 hours, car door to car door. The other one, I think, was
4 hours.
4 hours and 12 minutes or whatever,
Yeah.
but we kind of got lost a little bit and had to backtrack. From my take, this one is more intense for the amount of time you're doing it. Just the rocks are more vicious and hard on your feet. There was some scary rocks at Hampton, at Laurel Falls too, but this one's just a little more, it's just a little more brutal.
Yeah.
My watch said I burnt the same amount of calories each trip, just like 750 or whatever. One was 4 hours, one was 2 hours. This was the 2 hour one. So it's a good workout, it's a good hike. As far as just workout, I will burn more calories at the gym, but this is insanely fun. If y'all decide to try hiking, this is a good one once you're used to what it is and being prepared for these rocks. They are uncomfortable and brutal.
Yeah.
Have I talked enough?
Sure.
She says I talk too much. I think she's right. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Love y'all, mean it.
All right, see ya.